Touch gloves. Here we go. Last round, baby.
But will Stevie Forbes open up? And if he does, will he walk into something?
Yep, when you come in and be aggressive, you leave yourself open.
That's what the crowd will be hoping for. Oscar De La Hoya looking for the 39th victory of his career and looking to set up a September date for a rematch with Floyd Mayweather.
But I think he's doing a good job of setting it up, and I think based on this performance, I think it's going to make the odds change a little bit better and people have more respect for him in the rematch.
Because?
Because he's fighting a perfect fight. He's not running out of gas. He's looking like Oscar used to look about 10 years ago.
That's an amazing statement, Manuel.
I think he looks very good, but Stevie Forbes is not that bad a fighter.
So far, even though he was a class above the other fighters on the contenders, he's suffering the same fate as some of them did when they got into the ring with top fighters.
Emmanuel, when you were training Oscar De La Hoya about 10 years ago, is this the way you wanted to get him to fight?
Yes, I mean, he's doing everything. He's not throwing his wider punches. He's not bending down. The last half of the fight, when he fought with Floyd, he actually started to bend him down. His feet was getting square. Seemed like mentally he couldn't focus, I think. And that's what he was doing in most of his recent fights, but he's not that way tonight. Staying on his toes, staying tall, staying loose. Beautiful left hook.
Living up to everything he promised before the fight. Fighting a big man's fight. Fighting more relaxed. Throwing 35 jabs per round. Generally outclassing Forbes with his boxing skill, his natural gifts, his taller, bigger man philosophy.
Yeah, and you know, he's doing everything tall, and he's not bending down in this fight unnecessarily.
Those who came here looking for the knockout were overreaching, wishing for too much against a solid professional opponent who has as one of his greatest credentials the fact that he's never been down.
The best punch that Forbes has landed all night.
Right hand.
Just right there. Yep. But he doesn't do it enough.
Landed one big straight right hand in the middle of the ring.
But in 12 rounds, you should land one good clean punch at least. So, you know, I give him credit, but not an excessive credit.
20 seconds to go. De La Hoya will try to finish with a flourish. Let's see if Forbes is still trying to steal rounds with rallies at the end.
10 seconds, gentlemen. 10 seconds. Come to the middle.
Referee Raul Caiz Jr. makes sure they know there are 10 seconds to go. And both fighters let their hands go. Or at least for a moment they did.
Not the drama fans want, but maybe the drama of watching an old pro act like his younger self.
Perhaps most importantly, the suggestion at least that there might be more drama in September than there was a year ago. Here are the judges who will be rendering the official decision. An unusual group because of their inexperience. Max DeLuca, 3 title fights in California, and incidentally, he was the dissenter in a split decision victory for Grady Brewer over Steve Forbes in the contender final in 2006. He scored it for Forbes. Marcos Rosales, we couldn't find a previous notable fight which he had scored. And Marty Salmon is most notable as the guy who scored the first fight between De La Hoya and Mosley for De La Hoya. So both fighters, it appears, were able to cherry-pick judges who had been favorable to them in the past. Michael Buffer already has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Home Depot Center in Carson, California, we go to the scorecards. Max DeLuca and Marty Salmon both score the bout 119-109. Marcos Rosales 120-108. All to the winner by unanimous decision. From East LA, the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya.
You probably saw Harold Letterman's scorecard, which was 119-109. De La Hoya gets the victory he wanted and produces, in large part, exactly the display he wanted to produce. Probably Oscar was quite aware of how difficult a reach it might be to get a knockout against Steve Forbes tonight.
Yeah, but this is the best thing could have happened to him in preparing for a tune-up rematch. I mean, for a tune-up fight and a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Even though Forbes is not a Mayweather, he's still a very good fighter.
CompuBox numbers: De La Hoya landing 101 more and throwing 34 more, landing at an 11% higher connect percentage. Oscar averaged over 30 jabs thrown per round. There you go. Averaged more than 30, about 33, 34 jabs thrown per round, and landed a little more than 10 per round. Connect percentage on the jabs identical to the connect percentage on the power punches. Solid, consistent performance. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Oscar. Is this how you envisioned the fight? Fighting in this old, straight-up style and just outboxing him?
Well, that was the game plan, and obviously, first of all, I want to say hi to everybody in East LA. Thank you very much for all your support at Los Angeles. I love you guys, and Stevie Forbes, that's the way he fights. That's the way he is, and I was hoping I would stop him or knock him out, but since he's never been stopped or knocked out, I mean, I knew he was gonna be a tough customer.
Are you disappointed then?
I'm a little disappointed because obviously I worked very hard in the gym, but it goes to show you what kind of fighter Stevie Forbes is. He is really not the 2-pound Forbes, but the 800-pound Forbes.
He told me just before the decision was announced that he thought that if you could fight in this style, that you had a much better chance to defeat Mayweather. He having fought or sparred with Mayweather for hundreds of rounds. Give us your analysis of that.
Well, yes, the idea is to stand up and fight more straight up and use the jab and bounce on my toes a little and be aggressive at the same time. So I'm happy I took on Forbes, and I'm happy that we fought here in LA, and now I feel sharp. After 12 hard rounds, now I feel sharp after a year layoff.
So you believe that this fight and the way it went accomplished your goal as the first of a trilogy of fights this year?
Well, it accomplished my goal of the first of 3, and I'm ready to have 2 big exciting fights come September and December.
Is the deal with Mayweather set?
No, it's not, but obviously I've always prided myself in fighting the best, and I'm gonna go after him because I know I can beat him.
Thank you very much, Oscar. Congratulations.
Thank you, HBO.
Jim?